The Voice, Hillary Torchiana, and Kevin Hawkins bring the soul on battle round performance of John Legend's Preach. The Voice saw another competitive battle round on Monday, October 24, and one of the performances featured powerhouse singers Hillary Torchiana and Kevin Hawkins singing John Legend's 2019 song, Preach. The singers on Blake Shelton's team were competing for a spot in the knockout rounds. The rendition of the sentimental song showcased the high-flying vocals of both artists as they sang back and forth. Hawkins was the one to kick off the song, with Torchiana joining shortly after. While showing off their own voices during their solo parts, the two also displayed powerful stage presence and near-flawless harmony when singing together. The performance clearly stunned Shelton as well as coaches Camila Cabello, Gwen Stefani, and John Legend, but only one artist could move forward. After the song, each coach gave their feedback. Legend thanked the singers for performing his song. He gave nods to both artists, saying Torchiana dug into the spirit of the song and telling Hawkins that the performances reminded him how upset he was after being blocked by Stefani in the blind auditions. "Honestly, you're just a really great singer. I love how you can be really soft and heartfelt, and then you can get big and soulful," Legend said, adding that he would choose Hawkins. Stefani echoed Legend's comments, commending both artists, but ultimately favoring Hawkins. Cabello said Hawkins has a more developed sense of performance presence. In the end, Shelton congratulated both artists on the performance, saying that Torchiana had a tall task going up against Hawkins, and she stepped up to the plate. Shelton ultimately chose Hawkins to move forward in the competition, and said he is looking to see even more from the singer in the future. "I just think that at the end of the day, we still haven't seen everything this guy's even capable of. And for that, he won the battle for me," Blake shared after the performance. In a thrilling episode of The Voice, audiences were treated to a standout performance that will be remembered for its raw emotion, powerhouse vocals, and undeniable chemistry. The battle round between Hillary Torchiana and Kevin Hawkins, who were tasked with singing John Legend's soul-stirring ballad, Preach, became an instant highlight of the season. Under the watchful eyes of the coaches, including the very artist who penned the song, John Legend himself, the duo delivered a performance that captivated the room and demonstrated why each of them deserved a place in the competition. The performance was not just about hitting the right notes, but about channeling deep emotion and meaning, qualities that Hillary and Kevin brought to the stage in abundance. The stakes are high. The battle rounds are notorious for their intensity. Contestants who made it past the blind auditions must now face off against a fellow team member, performing a duet that will determine who advances in the competition. For Hillary and Kevin, the stakes could not have been higher. Both vocalists had already shown incredible talent in their respective auditions, making them instant fan favorites. Hillary with her rich, soulful voice, and Kevin with his smooth R&B-inspired sound were paired together for this crucial round. Their challenge: to perform a rendition of Preach, a song filled with social consciousness, heartache, and a call to action. John Legend's Preach is a deeply personal song. Released in 2019, it speaks to the frustrations and despair felt by many in the face of social injustice. Its haunting refrain, "I can't sit and hope / I can't just sit and pray," touches on the conflict between wanting change and feeling powerless in the face of systemic issues. For Hillary and Kevin, the task was not only to sing the song, but to convey its message in a way that was authentic to both of them. They needed to dig deep, not only technically but emotionally, to do justice to the powerful lyrics. Coaching from a legend, John Legend, who had coached both Hillary and Kevin through the blind auditions and into the battle rounds, was fully aware of the weight of the song. In rehearsals, he emphasized the importance of connecting to the message of Preach and ensuring that the performance wasn't just about vocal prowess, but about feeling. His advice to both artists was to bring their personal experiences into the song, to find moments where the lyrics intersected with their own lives and allowed that emotional resonance to drive their performance. For Hillary, this meant tapping into her experiences of overcoming adversity. Having faced personal challenges in her life, Hillary brought a sense of vulnerability and strength to her rehearsals. She knew that this song wasn't just about hitting the high notes, it was about telling a story. In her own words, "I have to connect with this song on a level that feels real to me." I've been through tough times, and I know what it feels like to want to scream out for change, for something better. Kevin, on the other hand, approached the song from a place of deep empathy. Known for his smooth, controlled vocals, Kevin had the task of maintaining his signature sound while delivering the intensity required for Preach. He said during rehearsals, "This song means a lot because it's about speaking up, about not being silent in the face of pain and injustice. I want to bring that urgency to my performance." Legend's guidance was crucial in shaping how both artists approached the duet. He worked closely with them to ensure they harmonized not just vocally but emotionally, creating a seamless performance that would honor the song's depth. The coaching sessions were intense but rewarding, as both Hillary and Kevin pushed themselves beyond their comfort zones. The performance, a battle of souls. When the day of the performance arrived, the energy in the room was palpable. Hillary, Torchiana, and Kevin Hawkins took the stage, each dressed in outfits that reflected the gravity of the moment. The soft, haunting piano intro of Preach filled the studio, and from the first note, it was clear that this was going to be a performance to remember. Hillary's voice opened the song, her deep, resonant tone immediately drawing the audience in. She sang with a vulnerability that made the lyrics feel personal, almost as if she was speaking directly to each person in the room. Her ability to convey emotion through her voice was remarkable, and as she sang the lines, "I can't sit and hope / I can't just sit and pray," there was a sense of urgency and passion that gave the song new life. Kevin entered soon after, his smooth voice a perfect complement to Hillary's raw power. Where Hillary brought grit and emotion, Kevin added a layer of finesse, his vocals gliding effortlessly over the melody. But even with his polished delivery, there was an edge to his performance that hinted at the pain and frustration underlying the song's message. Together, their voices intertwined, creating harmonies that were both beautiful and haunting. As the song progressed, the intensity grew. Both Hillary and Kevin pushed themselves vocally, trading lines and harmonizing in ways that felt organic and deeply connected. They didn't just sing the song, they lived it. Their chemistry on stage was undeniable, and by the time they reached the powerful bridge where the lyrics repeat, "I can't preach, baby," the audience was fully immersed in the performance. The raw emotion in their voices, the way they looked at each other and fed off each other's energy, created a moment that was bigger than just a competition. It felt like a statement. The coaches' reactions when the performance ended, the studio was momentarily silent, as if everyone was processing what they had just witnessed. Then a wave of applause and cheers erupted. The coaches were visibly moved, with John Legend wiping away tears. It was clear that Hillary and Kevin had not only done justice to the song, but had elevated it, bringing new meaning to the lyrics through their powerful interpretation. Blake Shelton, visibly impressed, was the first to speak. "I don't even know what to say. That was one of the most emotional performances I've ever seen on this show. You both took that song and made it your own in a way that I don't think anyone could have expected. It was amazing." Kelly Clarkson echoed his sentiment, praising their vocal control and emotional depth. "This was so much more than just a performance. It was an experience." Hillary, the way you connected with the lyrics was just stunning. And Kevin, your voice is so smooth, but you brought this intensity that I wasn't expecting. You both should be so proud.